Hello, my friends. I'm sitting at my desk and we are in the process of preparing for the holiday. And today we're getting ready for a progressive dinner. Do you know what that is? We haven't had one in quite a while, but you know what? It's so much fun because what you get to do in a progressive dinner is to go from house to house to house to house. And you get to see all of the things that the other family has for Christmas. You get to see all their decoration, and at each of the homes, usually the host prepares a little something for everyone to snack on while they're traveling from place to place. So I'm getting my items ready so that when progressive dinner night comes, I'm going to be absolutely ready to go, and my guests are going to be very pleased. So let's do it together. Now, as with all dinner parties, it requires a little bit of preparation. So we're preparing a turkey, and we're not going to serve it just as a regular turkey. So you're going to want to see what we do with this turkey in the end. And then, of course, we need dinner rolls because, after all, it's a progressive dinner. So you want rolls as a part of your menu. The good thing about turkey is that it provides us with an opportunity to prepare multiple dishes. And so I'm going to be using the chicken breast tonight. And so I had to start the turkey itself several nights in advance. And the reason for that is because I'm going to use a dry rub this time rather than a liquid brine. And so we're going to get this turkey cleaned up. We're going to actually take the back out of the turkey. And so the giblets and the turkey breast are going to go into that little pot that you see. And we're going to make broth with that so that later, should we decide to just serve some sliced turkey and whatever size that we want, we will have enough broth to be able to make a delicious gravy. But we're not going to need gravy for what we're going to do with the turkey presently. So let's get to finishing up this turkey and get it into the oven. And then we're going to talk about something absolutely exciting that we're going to do today. We're preparing turkey salad for a crowd, and I'm using the turkey breast, the cooked turkey breast, and I've already diced it as small as I can get it. And we're going to add some Miracle Whip, and I like Miracle Whip for my salad because of the fact that it already has just a tiny bit of sweetness, and I won't have to add any additional sugar. We're also going to pay attention to the fact that we don't want this salad to be dry. So because of that, we're using quite a bit of Miracle Whip. Now, I have about a quart jar of Miracle Whip, and I use just about all of that Miracle Whip in this particular salad. And you're going to see that it comes out nice and moist, and I can use it for sandwiches. I can use it, of course, as a dip on crackers, and certainly we can even serve it with corn chips. So this turkey salad is going to be absolutely delicious. We're going to add in a touch of mustard to give it just that little zing zang that it needs, a little bit of pickle relish. Sometimes I use pickle relish, and sometimes I actually use olives if I want more of a savory taste. But for this particular batch, we're using the pickle relish. I do like to put in pimentos, and that's a classic addition, is to always have in your turkey salad. Pimentos, red peppers, and then I've added onions and celery, of course, as those additional seasonings that you need in the background. If you don't have celery, then you may want to add celery seed to this, but that gives you another option. But hopefully you have the celery and you'll be able to put that in, because it's going to give it a very festive look. My friends, don't forget that we're preparing for a progressive dinner, and at the end of this video I want you to go to my friend's house and visit and see what they're doing for their part of the progressive dinner. These rolls that we're going to prepare are so easy. We're starting with 2 cups of cold milk, and we're going to have a stick of salted butter. That's about 8 tablespoons, and we're going to place that all together. We're also going to add 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar into the container, as well as 2 packages of dried active yeast. Now, we're going to mix all of that together. I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes so that the yeast will have a chance to activate. And you know, it's always good to do that because of the fact that you want to make sure that your yeast is very active. And when that happens, then we're ready for the rest. I'll pour all of that into the mixer. And today we are using a mixer rather than doing this by hand. But this is one of those recipes, to be quite honest with you, you could do it by hand and have rolls on the table in a matter of, I'd say, 2 hours, because of the fact that we do want to do a first rise and a second rise. The second rise makes these rolls perfect. So in the mixer, we're going to add in the liquids, and then we're going to add in the lightly beaten eggs, and we're going to add in our salt, as well as slowly we will add in the 5.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, when you get the first 5 cups in, let that beat and see whether or not you need the full 1/2 cup of flour, because depending on your flour and depending upon your atmosphere, you may actually need more than a 1/2 cup, or you may need less. And this particular day, I had to add 2 additional tablespoons of flour, and where normally I don't. I guess it was just one of those days, and the atmosphere dictated that the rolls needed a little extra flour. Now, I did measure the rolls out. I used a scale, and I kept them close to 1.5 ounces, and each of the little balls that I made, and placed them close. And so the reason for doing that is because each of the rolls will help the next roll rise, and you're going to come out with a pan of very delicious rolls. And I actually ended up using 2 9x13 pans, but I had one that was full and one that was half full. So I did not double this recipe this time, but you know, later and just before Christmas, I probably will actually double the recipe and do it again. Welcome, my friends, to Dinner Party Magic. We are participating in a Christmas progressive dinner. And you know, progressive dinners are always so much fun, because that's a nice way to be able to travel from house to house and see the traditions of various families. And so we want to sample the food as we go from house to house. We want to be able to talk with each other and have fun with each other, because that's what the holiday is all about. we're going to be able to visit with several different YouTubers. Now, first of all, we're going to go to Denise's house, This and That with Denise Jordan. We're also going to go to Dee's house of Dee Lovely Life. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. We're going to visit with Michelle of My Everyday Wife Life and see what she's up to, as well as Creatively Miss Me, Stephanie. Stephanie is going to delight us at her house and share some of her holiday traditions with us as well. Now, I hope that when you get to the end of my video, I'm going to invite you to travel with me to the next person's house. And it's going to be so much fun. So settle down, get something to drink, and let's get busy. All right, we have our rolls in the pan. The pans are covered, and we're going to do a second rise for about 40 minutes to an hour. Oh, these babies are gorgeous. Look at how they've risen so nicely. So we're going to put them into a 350 oven and let them bake until they're nice and golden brown. Notice that this batch of rolls are a little flat on top, and that's because I had to walk away for a little while, take the big guy somewhere, and then turn around and come back. Well, by the time I got back, they had overrisen. So because of that, their tops are just a little flat, but it did not affect the flavor whatsoever. My friends, what a fantastic time that we've had today. And you know, I got my coat on and we're ready to go over to Dee's house because she's preparing another part of this progressive dinner. So come on and go. We're ready.